1.64, and we're almost there really. So the locking collar has been put on. The front of the gearbox came off okay. A little bit of fiddling here and there, we had to drop it a little bit, but it was all okay, so we did all that. As you can see, the centre diff is actually quite a meaty assembly. There's a lot of weight there. This is just the casing that's left back on the front of the gearbox. And now that's all clean and removed, and that's the output shaft from the gearbox with the inner shaft in it. Believe it or not, the weight of that centre diff assembly is 7 kilos, and there's a couple of bits that still needed to be added there, so that's it was actually 7.5 kilos. Here we're assembling the first part of the collar, and the second part's been put on. The second securing nut. And then some little pinch bolts. Look at that, thing of beauty. Very neat. And now the front of the gearbox is back on there. See, there's a hole where the output shaft went through, and we're gonna get a plug for that. But that's a nice, neat arrangement. Other conversions I've seen for C2 like that still have the output shaft and the diff in. So that just means the centre diff has been welded. We also managed to machine the, well, not machine actually, we took apart the front drive shaft so that I can use the hubs as they are without having to buy the parts from Porsche. And I've connected up the new gear linkage parts, which I'd completely forgotten about. So I've got an RS shifter, but I'd forgotten that the front part of the gear linkage is actually different on a C2 than a C4. First of all, you need a little bracket with a ball joint on it, which normally sits on the torque tube. And secondly, you also have a longer connecting tube as well. So that was another £200, but that's all connected. And we took the rear diff out. I just wanted to make sure that it was in good condition before we did this test, because obviously testing the PDAS to see if the rear diff works in this way is really interesting, but if the diff plates are completely worn and so on, it's not going to tell us anything, it just won't work. So we had to make sure the diff was in good condition first. So that's done, it's in good condition, it's ready to go. The guys are just putting it back in, I'm shooting off home. We blanked off the hydraulics that were actuating the centre diff, so that's now all done and ready as well. We've still got to put the interior back in and tidy up another few bits and pieces, and then it will finally be ready to drive. I can't wait, it's going to be amazing. Just for your information, I've decided in the end to leave the rear drive shafts, the C4 drive shafts in place. I think they'll be absolutely fine with the power that that car is putting out. They are a bit smaller than two C2 drive shafts, but if anything, I think maybe they'll just wear out a bit quicker. But I think they'll be fine. For any of you thinking about the conversion, well, that's potentially another saving. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't. And next time, fingers crossed, hopefully, we will be driving number 27 for the first time as a C2. See you soon.